There may very well be more defenses in the area, but the golems were the threat I was concerned for. So, here's where the golem fell. Golem key. This key was possessed by the guardian golem in the creator race ruins. It opens the door they were protecting, as well as a restoration scroll. Very nice. Let's explore this chamber first. Now we have a locked chest and an unlocked chest. Have Fog take care of that one. Gold there. What of here? A scroll of fireball. Could be very useful, in fact. Another chest, another chest. This one is locked. Greater Spell Mantle. A very fun spell to have, actually. Creates a barrier around the caster that absorbs all incoming spells. It can absorb up to 1d12 plus 10 levels of spells before collapsing. So, a lot of low-level spells or a couple high-level spells. It's an Alexandrite, yes. Very well, let's see this riddle of sound. Ooh, hello there. Old One Bodok Champion. We have seen Bodoks before, but this one's a bit more powerful. Alright, let's take it down, Dalen and Fog. Got in Dalen's way there by accident. Oh. Well, that was a fair bit easier than I expected. That didn't really do much. Before I examine that, let's check out the room here. And these gongs. If you listen closely, you can hear the brass gong resonate softly with every step, as if acknowledging your presence. The same thing, okay. Let's have a look-see then. Antidote, very nice. Ah, first aid kit, yes. Brilliant. My favorite. Locked chest there. Ow! I saw it just a split second too late. We have a ring, though. A cloak and a potion of cure critical wounds. Very useful. Very, very useful. Money, not as much. For I will not take it. Now for these remains, huh? Bodak's tooth. Altor might make use of it, and actually we'll put that in the bag here for now. And a fairy bottle. Through the dark glass of this bottle, you see a small creature. It ignores you, concentrating instead on playing a variety of musical instruments that are scattered about inside the bottle. Huh. Okay. Well, let's... yeah.
The gongs! I know the secret! Tell you I will, and then I'll be free!
Oh, okay, let's follow. This one. Note played. Okay, I'm just gonna follow her for now and kind of play it afterwards. Okay. Alright. Over here. Then what? This is quite the pattern. Over there again. Alright. Whoa. I succeeded, I think. Very well. See, I am injured, as is Dalen. It would seem fairly prudent to rest. So let's do that, shall we? Oh, there. So, we unlocked one of the things here. Let's see. Day 6 of the 10th month, 1372. One of the locks of the door of 3 has been opened. Okay, so I need to do the other 3. Or other 2, rather, so very well. Alright then. We have the riddle of smoke and light. So, let's head over there. And, I've seen these, have I not? I believe I have. You alright, friends? Friends? Alright, very good. We have a locked chest. This is actually where the slave was working on the golem. There was a table here with his anvil. Now, is this trapped? I'm waiting a moment. Does not appear to be. Curious what's inside, actually. Wine. Funny. Actually, sure. We'll have that. It's fairly old. Probably a good vintage. Maybe a little too old, but hey, we'll see. The chest here. Ugh. Don't fall into that mess. What the? Oh, across the way. Hold on.
Stand your ground over there.
If they're over there, I can get it from here, can't I? Let's try.
Ortano, fortigliamar.
I am a little bit. Alright. Is there a key here, I assume? Indeed. But moreover, can I get him through the wall? Oh, very cool. In that case, let's go for this. Whoa. Good work, comrades. That door opens in a weird fashion. Very awkward. Now then, about this chest. Bolts of fire. That seems quite fitting, actually, given where we are. Bolts of piercing. Not quite as fitting, though still appreciated. And, the riddle of smoke seems fitting here, given the magma flows. I am injured. Fog is injured. Dalen's fine. That's fine then, so let's feed Fog. She'll be fine from there. Have this unlocked. So we have an easel, a smoky brazier, and an alchemist's apparatus. Huh. Potion of speed. Very nice. That will definitely be useful. And is this chest trapped? The alchemist's apparatus is, surprisingly. Though not the chest. Very well. Thank you, my friend. What was inside? Two yellow powders, 2 red powders, and 2 blue powders. Very odd. I think I'll examine, let's see here. An empty canvas sits upon the easel, ready for the painter's brush. Hang on a second. Silver necklace, what about over there? Is this chest over here trapped? Dalen, it's just sit tight.
I shall do as you ask.
Yeah, just sort of sit there for now, it's fine. Looks fine. It wasn't, but thankfully I'm actually okay though, for my acid resistance. Smoky brazier. colored residue coats the surface of this cold brazier. Embedded in the side of the brazier are 3 gems. The top gem is an orange sunstone. Below it resides a purple amethyst. And finally there is a piece of green jade. Orange, purple, green. Orange, purple, green. Orange is made of red and yellow. Purple is blue and red. Green is yellow and blue. So, for the first one, it's orange. Purple. Green. Ah! I gotcha. Okay. Wand of Sleep and a very large shield. That looks a bit heavy for me to carry in my person. Okay, that was interesting. I like it. Gotta mix the colors. We also have a couple doors leading here, so let's check this out. And I'll let Fog search that for traps. In the meantime, I'll apply some basic defensive spells. My friend Dalen, come on over here again. Very nice. I'll give Stone Skin to Fog here. And of course the usual for Dalen. Well, the door is very clearly not trapped, I believe. But there are guys inside. Don't hit Fog. I don't approve of that. Thank you, my friend. What were you cretins guarding? Okay, well, Fog. This is your department. Traps and locks. I'm still injured, that's fine. I'll definitely heal up Fog, though. Who's a good fairy? Okay, that's not locked. First aid kits. Someone in the astral plane likes me. Here. Scroll of Hold Monster. Something I am quite familiar with. And a sarcophagus. The smell of mothballs has long since seeped into the wood of this armoire? Curious. Tamerlane's song? Huh. I haven't a clue what to make of that. So I simply will leave it. Let me get in there. Frog, you might want to get out of there. Let me control her and get her out of here for now. That's fine. Get in there, friend. Very good hits. Very good. Ah, there appears to be a sundial over here. Ow. Very well, I now require immediate healing. That did a good job. I'll drink a potion as well. Yeah. Okay. So there's a sundial here, so I could have actually used this sundial to go back to the past. Or back in time, rather. Fascinating. A few book piles here. History of the Creator Races and Principles of Time Travel. But I already have that tome. Indeed I do. In fact, I'll leave it here for now. Arrival Orc Tribes. Winds of the Fireside. Tome of the Amulet. Hang on. Tome of the Amulet. That looks fascinating, actually. Looked like it was a recipe book, almost. We'll find out. For now, we have one final riddle to accomplish. The riddle of color. Yes, we did sound, we did smoke.
Yes, yes.
No.
Yes.
No. No. No, Dalen. Not you. Oh, that kind of reminds me, though. Fog is in need of healing. There you are, friend. Gotta love Stone Skin. Definitely a good step up in the evolution of spellcraft from Ghostly Visage, I think. After all, it is damage reduction. So we'll take this key. Open this up. What have we? We have a few warriors and a skeleton chief, huh? Nice work, friends. We have a corpse. We'll see that in a moment, though. We have a pool of swirling colors here. Colored water swirls about this odd little pool. You see several gems that are being pushed back and forth in a gentle current. A pool of secondary colors. This pool swirls with purple, green, and orange colors. This pool swirls with subtle blue, yellow, and red colors. Okay. Very well. I think I know what must be done here. So, these outer pools have purple, green, orange. These inner ones have blue, yellow, red. Alright, so I need to simply match them, perhaps? This pool swims with the colors of red, blue, and yellow. There are gems embedded at the bottom of the pool. Upon closer examination, you see a red, blue, and yellow gem. It looks as if you could press one of the three. Press the red. The water of the pool changes to blood red. And this one's go for yellow, huh? Indeed. Push the yellow gem. The water of the pool changes to a lemon yellow. So now, if I put in the orange gem... Let's find out here. And yeah, there's a second one over there. Will this work? Take that as a yes. Nothing anymore. Alright, now then, we have the corpse there and some chests. Also very curious, is that corpse a traveler? Or an adventurer? Because... well... I mean, it's a corpse, it's not a skeleton. Where is my friend? Fog.
Fall in behind me here.
Fog? What are you doing over there? Dagger +2. Quite a beneficial artifact. We have a locked chest. Fog seems to be stuck on something. Regardless, we have finished the door of 3, and we can now finally get the word of power that I want. Oh, Fog. There, was that so hard? Now then, I want to see what was in that room, besides the obvious. There's also that corpse there. So yeah, is that corpse, was he an adventurer who very simply failed? Because this place has been presumably sealed for several thousand years. It's not marked. Carries a translation amulet and old one defenses, huh? Very well, that could be useful now. We'll check it out. Topaz. I should probably put these gems back where they kind of belong. Seems prudent enough. Finger of Death. I will likely sell that to El Tora Sarptil. Not exactly my style. Oh my goodness, look at this thing. Is this a throne? I believe it's a throne. A burning ring of fire at the top of it. Alright, Fog, you got rid of one trap, thank you for that. Let's deal with these other two. This has been quite the unusual experience for me. I have so many things to take care of when I get back to Aaron Yen as well. I have, inventory is definitely one of them. Bruh. That was weird. Ow. There was a trap there. Okay, I should have been a little bit more patient with that. That was an unusual thing. Did you all see that? We have armor, and can I fit this in the bag? I can, thankfully. We have one final chest. Is this one trapped? No. Do I drink a potion? I believe not. I think I'll be fine. I think I will be fine. Potion of A. Very useful. I should probably read this book of Old One defenses before I open the main central vault. Who knows what's inside guarding that thing. Likely something very, very challenging. Everyone through? Good. So let's rest here and let's sort of read this. This note appears to be instructions from the High Priest to one of his underlings describing how to enter the central vault of the complex. As keeper of the sacred artifacts, you must understand the secrets of our inner sanctum. Only the rituals of smoke, light, and sound will unbind the door. There is no other way to enter its hallowed halls. Once the slaves have finished building our golems, our defenses will be fully intact. Oh, it's telling you how to finish the riddles of sound, smoke, and color. Oh. Well, that may have been useful a little while ago, but, okay. Not anymore, that's for sure. Very well. I presume this to be rather difficult. Let's prepare for the worst, of course. So we've seen all manner of undead here. We've seen skeletons, their champions, a bodak, as well as a few revenants. That would lead me to assume that whatever's behind the door is likely undead in nature. It may not be, of course, but that would seem to be the safest assumption. So what is a terrifying undead to face? Perhaps a mummy lord, maybe a bone golem. I'm trying to think back upon the monsters we fought and read about. That's all of that comes to mind. And there may just be an old one there, just gifted with immortality perhaps, who knows. Very well, I'll see in a moment. The door opens inward. Okay, that's not quite what I had in mind. A Balor Lord. With their flaming wings and skull-like countenance, these demons are among the greatest and most feared of their kind. Very well, they are immune to lightning largely, so we'll go for an acid arrow. Go, my friend. Very well. Let's go for magic missile. Ow. Alright, we're just gonna go for the missile storm, I feel. Very good so far, keep it up. Hang in there, friend. Uh-oh, your stone skin wore off. That's very not good for you. Reapply that right now if I can. Perfect. Wow! He explodes upon death. That's very good to know. My friend, you are near death. Are you alright? Very okay. You're badly wounded now. That may have to suffice until we get out of this accursed place. Fog is okay. This key opens the altar of the Word of Power in the Creator Race ruins. That thing was very similar to Belial, Lord of Fire, back in the, what was it? I cannot recall the name of the town. Unfortunately. These don't appear to be trapped. This one's locked, however. Ugh. I was not expecting that. I was not expecting that. One final chest remains. Yikes. That just caught me really off guard. It was immune to acid as well. My acid arrow did nothing to it, unfortunately. Potion is useful. Finally. A small altar rests before you. Age-old bloodstains have seeped into the stone, mingling with scorch marks left from a long extinguished fire. Word of Power. Even in its dormant state, the magic contained within this artifact is undeniable. The surface of this heavy stone tablet tingles with raw energy and untapped potential, and the face and back are inscribed with strange runes of a long-forgotten alien tongue. The arcane symbols and unfamiliar glyphs pulsate and glow with a sinister inner light, bathing the entire stone in a warm reddish glow. One can only imagine the unfathomable power that will be unleashed when the magic of the word is fully awakened. You're going in here.
You have done well to find the second word. Its power draws my spell, so that my projection may speak to you in this vision. There is much you must know.
What do you have to tell me?
Morgrim is nothing but a fool. He does not truly understand what he seeks. The words are ancient beyond imagination. They contain power he cannot fathom. I, Hydraline of the Word Slaves, was there at the beginning when the world was hot and this land was jungle where the Old Ones ruled.
Fascinating. You mentioned word slaves. What are they exactly?
The living power of the words Morgrim seeks had to be bound in the flesh of the Word Slaves. We were unwilling guardians, our souls tied to the ancient magic of the Old Ones. When the world was hot, we Word Slaves suffered for the empire of the Old Ones. The words ripping their power from our tortured spirits and our living flesh.
Fascinating. I already know a great deal of the Old Ones, but can you tell me more?
The Old Ones are my people. An ancient race of lizard folk who ruled the North before the dawn of time. We were old when even the elves were young. We were the first. We were the creator race. But we were also a race of unbridled cruelty. The strong ruled, and the weak suffered. And we word slaves suffered most of all. Such was the way when the world was young and hot.
And what does this have to do with all of me?
The humans and elves and dwarves were but slaves to my people, the creator race. Just as I was a slave, bound with the power of the birds. Until the extinction of my people, and the coming of the endless winter.
It is the North. Winter does do things. Can you tell me about the extinction of the Old Ones?
The world grew cold. The jungles died. Frost and snow covered the land. For all their power, the masters could not stop the change. They vanished from the world, consumed by the earth that had turned against them.
If your people were wiped out, how did you survive? You mentioned you were bound to the words. Are you truly?
When the old ones vanished, the power of their words remained. As did we, the word slaves bound to that power, forced to walk the now frozen and desolate earth, forced to preserve the words and legacy of our masters. Many word slaves died when the endless winter came, but some learned to survive in the frozen waste, hiding from the lesser races who now hunted us. To survive what the masters could not endure.
What happened to the words of power when the Old Ones died?
Over the centuries, the magic of the words became dormant. Their power faded. And as we who were left behind grew strong, the bonds enslaving us were broken. We who had once been slaves scattered and hid the words, so that we would be forever free of their legacy. Now, thousands of years have passed, and even we who hid the words no longer know where to find them.
Fascinating. I was curious why Malgrim and his forces didn't search here. After all, this was their temple they built thousands of years ago. That explains it then. So, what does this have to do with Malgrim, Hadrian?
Morgrim seeks to unlock the dormant power of the words, so that he may enslave again. Word slaves, humans, dwarves, elves. Morgrim would have all bow to him as master.
Malgrim will not succeed. Fear not. My retinue and I will stop him.
Morgrim is already doomed. The words were meant to release ancient evil upon the land, to devastate those who survived the change the old ones could not. The plague was only the first of the evils the words will unleash. The world as you know it shall be no more if Morgrim succeeds. This is the legacy of the creators. The world is back. No! It cannot be! Morag!
What? What's wrong?
Morag! He strikes at me. This cannot be. She attacks me through the words. She disrupts my spell of projection.
Wait, you were going to tell me something about the words. Damn. Very well. Once again, I must rely on the Stone of Recall. Get out of this accursed place. I must see Aaron again. He'll want to know about all of this. And of course the word of power. And Hadrian is an interesting creature, to be sure. Aaron, we must speak now.
The city of Neverwinter is forever in your debt for recovering the first word of power. We hope you will have continued success on your mission to thwart Margrim and his followers.
Indeed.
But now is not the time to dwell on past successes. There are more words yet to be found before Margrim gets his claws on them.
Speaking of, I have one in my pack.
Why didn't you say something earlier? Hopefully this will slow the armies advancing on Neverwinter. At the very least, the loss of another word of power will strike a harsh blow to the plans of Mulgrim's cult, whatever they may be. The Lord's Alliance is grateful to those who provide a shining example in these dark times, and Neverwinter is generous to her champions. I have been authorized to grant a reward of 3,500 gold pieces to you for this task.
I thank you, but I need to tell you, I ran into Hadrian again.
Hadrian? What did the lizard woman have to say this time?
She spoke of the ancient creator races. She claimed to be one of them. I think she's a friend.
I'm no history expert, but wouldn't that make her thousands of years old? I'm not sure whether I believe her, and I don't know what this has to do with Margrim. But I intend to try and find out.
Thank you.
Leave Hadrian to me. Margrim and his crew are still skulking around the countryside, which means they must believe there's at least one more word still undiscovered. Find it before they do.
I believe Malgrim and his crew are no match for my crew.
I wish you luck in your mission. The very survival of Neverwinter may depend on it.
Very well, right hand. Very good. There's a fair amount to do before I leave. Indeed. I think we'll speak to Eltora first.